As soon as the canister is installed in the cradle, the painter should be attached to the vessel structure and should remain attached whenever the vessel is at sea. The painter-to-vessel connection includes a weak link designed to break during a float-free launch. Try to launch the raft before the emergency reaches the crisis stage. Many vessels stow the raft on the housetop or in some other out-of-the-way location where it doesn't interfere with normal operations. When it's time to abandon ship, however, it's preferable to launch and board the raft from the lowest point above the water. You need to strike the best available compromise on your boat between what's convenient in terms of stowage and what is workable when it's time to launch the life raft. It may be extremely difficult to reach the stowage area and launch the raft manually in heavy seas. If your raft is stowed atop the house or in some other hard-to-reach location, consider installing tow rails or non-skid around the cradle to provide better footing and devise a means of lowering the raft to the deck during a controlled abandonment. Before launching the raft manually, change the painter-to-vessel connection so the full strength of the painter line takes the place of the weak link. Pull out a few feet of painter line from the canister and belay it to the cleat located on the raft cradle or some other nearby strong point. In most cases, the raft should be launched over the lee side or the wind will pin it to the vessel and create the potential of damage to the fabric. The presence of hazards like smoke or debris may alter this rule. Pulling the painter out to its full length activates the inflation. The painter on a Coast Guard approved raft is a minimum of 100 feet long. Wait for full inflation with the canopy erect before boarding. Your raft will probably overinflate and you'll hear the sound of air escaping through the pressure relief valve. This doesn't mean that the raft is defective. The sound should cease quickly. If you can, board the raft directly without getting wet. Staying dry is the first rule of survival in cold water. If the distance is short, step or jump directly into the canopy entrance. You may be able to use a ladder, net, or line to get yourself close enough to the canopy entrance to board directly. Raft canopies are designed to withstand the impact of people jumping on them from a height of 15 feet. But only attempt to jump onto the canopy as a last resort. If the height is more than a few feet, jumping onto the canopy may cause injury to you or someone inside, or may cause you to bounce overboard and wind up in the water. If you must enter the water, do so as close as possible to the raft and try to hold on to the painter. Without the painter to hold on to, you could be swept beyond the raft. Above all, think before you jump. Jump from the lowest possible point and beware of hazards below you. If the raft is inverted, right it by means of the righting strap on the bottom. Right it from the side with the CO2 cylinder where it says, "Right here." If you right it from the opposite side, the heavy cylinder may knock you out when the raft turns over. As you right the raft, it may land on top of you. Don't panic. You can push an air pocket into the soft bottom of the raft if you get your nose close enough to the fabric. Lie on your back and work your way out hand over hand. If the raft capsizes while you're aboard, stay calm. You can right it from the inside if all the occupants move as a unit. Boarding the raft from the water can be difficult. You may have to bob down and use the buoyancy of your immersion suit or life jacket to enable you to grab the lifelines inside and pull yourself in. Rafts have inflatable boarding ramps or webbed boarding ladders to help you. Once you're inside, help others get aboard. Use the heaving line stowed near the canopy entrance to help your crewmates reach the raft. You can slip the heaving ring around your arm to create a lifeline if you have to swim to help another crewman. Don't cut the painter if you don't have to. Your vessel may not sink and you may be able to reboard. If it capsizes without jeopardizing the raft and remains afloat, it will provide a sea anchor that keeps you close to your last reported position and makes it a better search target than the raft. If it sinks in shallow water, you may be able to use it as an anchor that keeps you at your last reported position.